Good morning, YouTubers. It's Wednesday, the 13th of January today. My goodness, isn't it? The week's passing quite quickly now. I wanted to show you my seed potatoes. I've just gone and got some. Well, I've got about 5.5 kilograms of Sarpomira. This is my own seed potatoes from last year. I kept them overnight in the garage, and as you can see, they're fine. I've started to sprout a bit, but that's fine. They're not all like that, it's just some's like that. Let me get another one out. That one hasn't started at all, really. So I've got plenty of them. It's just as well because I couldn't get hold of any Sarpomira. We went to quite a few places and couldn't get them. So it's just as well I saved my own. Then as a main crop, well, first of all, as a salad potato, Charlotte's always good. I liked it last year. It was lovely and we had quite a fair amount of them. So I got Charlotte again. Secondarily, I chose Maris Pear, and some more main crop. I chose Rooster just as a change because it says it's suitable for mashing bacon and roasting and steaming, which is all we want it for, isn't it? So anyway, that's the potatoes I have, and now I'm going to put them out on egg boxes. I'm saving up my egg boxes so that I can chip them. I wouldn't say there was any advantage in chipping main crop, and so I'm not going to bother with the Sarpomira. I mean, I'll lay them out, but I'm not going to put them in a warm place or anything. I'm just going to leave them in the garage. And so that's that, and I'll get back to you. Hello, YouTubers. It's the 14th of January 2015. And I'm just taking my peppers out to water them. So I thought I would give you a quick update. They're out from underneath the lights so that you can see them better. The colour is much lighter underneath the lights. You don't get a real sense of the proper colour of them. So I just thought I'd like to show you what I've got here. This one here is a prairie fire, and it's growing away nicely. Was planted quite late, so it's doing all right. This one's a ring of fire, and that's doing all right. It was planted a lot later than that one. These two, actually these four, are all patio sizzle ones. The one at the back here is a bell pepper, which I topped a few days ago, and now it's all starting to grow out, get thicker. Let me see now. That's another patio sizzle. This one's a medium chili pepper. It's been topped, and as you can see, it's starting to get bushier and thicker. Same with that one. That's the same type. These ones are taller and more, not so many leaves on, and these are the jalapenos. This one and this one are jalapenos, and I have just topped them, so they should start to shoot out thicker. These are the cayenne peppers. I topped them a couple of days ago, and now they're starting to get a little bit thicker. And then just look at the flowers on this plant here. I don't know if you can see that. It's just covered in flower. So I'll water all these. I'll put them back, and then I'll get out the rest of them so that you can see them a bit better. Okay. Now, folks, this is the rest of the chilies that I have, and I wanted to show you. Well, first of all, these ones are all flowering. Loads and loads and loads and loads of flowers on them. massive amount of flowers. But I was doing a little experiment, and I think you can see the results of it. This plant here and this plant here were both planted at the same time. They're exactly the same plant. However, I fed the smaller one with just the tomato fertilizer, just as you would normally. And I fed the bigger ones with the hydroponic nutrient plus the tomato fertilizer at the same time. And you can just see the difference. The difference is quite amazing. Look at that. And this one is not even flowering. But look at that one, it's just covered. I mean, you really can't appreciate how many flowers is on these plants. But trust me, they're just covered. They're covered in flowers. And also, well, first of all, those three there are, these three are yellow hot wax. And the same experiment happened with this bell pepper, California Wonder ones. Let's just do this so that you can compare them. Let me move this out the way. Sorry about this, I should be more organised. There we are. Now, there we are. I'll sit down so you can see better. The one in the middle is the one that I just gave a little bit of tomato fertilizer to. And the two on the outside are the ones that I gave the hydroponic solution and a little bit of the tomato feed to. And you can see the difference. They were all planted at the same time. They've all been given the same amount of water. Just that I gave these ones hydroponic nutrients. And as you can see, the leaves are much bigger. They're much bigger. And they've all been topped now. Although I haven't topped that one because it's not big enough yet. But those two I've topped. And so as you can see, they're starting to get thick now. They're starting to thicken up. So it's all good, isn't it? I really don't know what I'm going to be doing with all these peppers. I think I might need to open a store, you know, with all these peppers that I'm going to be getting. But anyway, as you can see, if I turn it round, I've got both the I'm using both the shelving, seeing as I've taken the tomatoes out and put them in the, you know, made another cupboard up for them. So the peppers are getting plenty of room now. So, and what I'm doing is I'm trying to pollinate them all with the electric toothbrush. I'm just shaking one of them, which is the one on the end. I'm shaking, and I'm doing the rest with the electric toothbrush to see what the results are. So that's all for now. I hope you got a better view of them being out on the table like this, because you don't appreciate, I mean, even with this camera, the leaves look quite light green, but they're not. They're actually dark green. But the camera, I think, is too bright, actually. I need to probably adjust it, I think. Anyway, that's all for now. Now, as you can see, my tomatoes are doing really well. These three at the front are the determinate ones. They're about, I'd say, 10 inches tall. And I think that's about as tall as they get, because they just start to get bushy then. And so those three at the front are the determinate ones. All the rest are indeterminate. I'll take the camera off the stand and let you see a bit further into the cupboard. Just bear with me. There we are. They're not all in here. Some I have on the windowsills, and the ones on the windowsills are doing okay, but they are a bit leggy, I have to say. But as you can see, they've grown up to almost up to the lights. But like I say, that's only a few of them. All the rest are down there, look. They've got a bit to go yet. I think these were the ones that I had, some of them were the ones I had on the windowsill, so they did get a bit leggy. So that's the reason for that. But most of them are this size, which are about, I'd say, about 18 inches tall. Okay. And like I say, I'll be potting them up soon, because I can see where the roots, you know, if the roots are getting, there's no roots showing there, so they're fine. But I can tell when the roots are getting root bound, you know, when it's getting root bound, you know. You just got to look through the, and that one's okay as well. So yeah, they're doing fine in there. They're quite enjoying themselves in there. And my onions are certainly enjoying themselves in here. They seem to be coming along quite well. I mean, they're not all standing poker straight, but they're still growing away. So that's good. And like I say, the temperature in here is usually around about 26 or 27, but at the moment it's a little bit hotter. It's like 29ish or 28, something like that. But that's fine for the tomatoes. They'll be enjoying that. It's a bit of a brown leaf there, so I'll pull that off. Don't like brown leaves. I found that when I was taking them out, taking them out to water them all the time, they were getting broken. So what I did was I put them on trays. There's a plastic tray there, and I'm just watering them now from the bottom. And they were all individually they were all like this before, but as I say, they were getting broken, so I've done that so that they won't get broken anymore. Okay. Good morning, YouTubers. It's the 15th of January 2016 today, and we're on our way to a secret mission, aren't we, Brian? And I'll let you know more about that in the next few clips, so bear with me. Once we pass this lorry, I'll show you a bit about the countryside. Very flat land here. But no snow and no rain. And actually, it's quite nice up there. But it's quite cold. It's saying 6 degrees. If you can see that, 6 degrees on the outside. So I'll let you know more later. Bye for now. This is what all the fuss was about. This was what the surprise was. He's a little Labrador Retriever puppy, and he is 9 weeks old today. And we've just got him back from a around 180 mile trip. And he's such a sweetheart if he would hold still for you. Okay. Come here. He's biting my feet. Where are you? Come here. Come round here. Everybody wants to see you. He's chocolate coloured, though it doesn't really show it much on this camera, but he is chocolate coloured, and he's just lovely. He's taking a liking to the camera. So, okay, baby, let go now. Let go. Let go. Be good. Boisterous is not the word.